For more on this, joining us live on the broadcast is Aris, who's the founder and editor-in-chief of BNE IntelliNews and former Moscow bureau chief for the Daily Telegraph as well. Mr. Aris, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Earlier on the show, we were speaking to a defense journalist who said that the tweets by the perpetrator reflected a lot of paranoia and, of course, Islamophobia as well. How do you assess the reasons for this attack, actually?
Yes. Looking at social media use, people have picked up, there's a number of things. I mean, he was virulently anti-Islam, and he had aligned himself or had sympathy with the AfD, the Alternative for Deutschland, the far-right group that's been growing in popularity here. And they have various anti-immigration, they're radically anti-immigration. So despite being an immigrant himself, he was aligning himself with this sort of far-right philosophy. And he was following the leader. He's been posting on various conspiracy theories that Germany is persecuting Saudi asylum seekers like himself, and was attempting to Islamicize Europe. He even called for Angela Merkel to be arrested and executed for doing exactly this. So he's sort of out on the extreme there, and he's taken matters into his own hand and carried out one of these awful attacks. As you said, I mean, he's killed 5 people, including children. There's 200 that were injured, 40 are in critical condition. But the irony is that, you know, here in Berlin in 2016, we had a very similar attack at the Christmas market. I was actually there the day before. And again, 12 people were killed and 56 people were hurt. I mean, since then, they've put up bollards around the Christmas market, so that can't happen again. But in that case, that was carried out by, or at least ISIL took, the Islamic extremist group took credit for that. So he's ended up carrying out an attack exactly of the Islamists that he's complaining about.
Mr. Aris, absolutely. He had been sharing a lot of conspiracy theories as well. Do you think the political uncertainties within Germany, that has something to do with the paranoia that he was perhaps dealing with? Because this incident has renewed debate on security weapons laws, immigration policies as well.
Society here is being destabilized slowly. I mean, there's a number of things going on, but I think the main one that's driving all this unhappiness is that the German economy is sliding into recession. People's lives are getting harder. The cost of living has gone shooting up. Food prices in the shops have gone skyrocketing. Energy prices, you know, the power bill at the end of the month has more than doubled. And it's in that kind of environment. And on top of that, you've got internationally, you've got the war in Ukraine, and now it's also broken out in the Middle East, and we've got something like 900,000 refugees in Germany from Syria, another 400,000 Afghans, and an unknown number of Palestinians who are coming here. And that's adding to the mix because AfD, the far right, are reacting to these millions of refugees that are coming in a xenophobic way. And all of this is cooking up the temperature in society and leading to these violent acts. And unfortunately, I can see it only getting worse unless you know, there's some prosperity and some peace in the rest of the world.
Right, Mr. Aris, just to expand on that, you've rightly pointed out the irony of this attack as well. As you mentioned also, this is not the first such attack that has been witnessed in Germany, or in fact, such attacks have happened in all of Europe. That being said, what do you think is the way going forward? What sort of measures do you think can be brought in?
Well, it's going to be a security problem first and foremost, policing. I mean, they're going to make the Christmas market safer. As I say, the market here in Germany is now protected with bollards, so there can't be a car attack, and that's going to be extended everywhere, I would have thought. Also, I mean, in background, I should mention in October, here in Berlin, we had a scare because a man left a bag of explosives on the S-Bahn, on the subway, and he was challenged. He ran off, leaving the bag behind. But already at the end of October, we were expecting something's going on, and there do seem to be organized groups here intending to carry out terror attacks. I mean, so far, as you mentioned, there's been a series of attacks. A lot of them have been involved refugees of one sort or another attacking people on trains with knives. But we've had two of these car attacks, and the unsettling thing about October was that there's obviously explosives, and so it could get worse. And all of this falls on the police to step up their security operations to try and track this down and head it off. But it does all like unsettle the people living here in all of Germany, in Berlin in particular.
All right, Mr. Aris, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with your insights on this. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.